Hi, I'm Chatty Maddie, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. And if you like this video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to be doing something a bit different. That's why we're in a different location today. We're in front of my bookcase because we're going to be reviewing a book. This book? Yes, this book. So this book isn't the kind of genre that I usually read, in case you can't tell, but I did read it, and I had some opinions on it, and so I wanted to review it, and let you know what I thought, let you guys know what I thought. Now, if you guys have different opinions on this book, that is amazing. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments. Just, yeah, write it down, give me a comment down below, and tell me what you thought about this book, if you read it. Okay. Let's get started. Where did I put my notebook? I have my notes somewhere on this book, so I don't get scattered brained like I am right now. Found it! To the moon and back, to the moon and back, without ever leaving. Okay, so the way we're going to do this review for this is my first time ever reviewing a book. So how I'm going to do it, I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. We're going to do plot, characters, and resolution. And then we're going to go over each part separately, and then we're going to rate it. We're going to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, how 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. And then at the end, we'll take everything and rate the whole book on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I have some notes on the book, so we're going to look at my notes. No, for the first category, it's plot, and it's pretty simple. This book, it says on the back what it's about, but I'm going to talk about my own personal description of this book. This book is about this girl named Simone Walker. She thinks of herself as chubby, overweight. She thinks she's an outsider in her own world. She doesn't relate to anybody, and so she somehow stumbles into being in the Zumba class, and she somehow gets roped into staying with her brother, and not only her brother, but his 6 college roommates for the summer, or half the summer. But Simone finds herself across the book and finding herself. So this book, in case you couldn't guess it by my very, very good description, because it was so great. Okay, guys? Okay, but like, in case you couldn't tell by the cover or by my description, this is a modern fairy tale, basically. It's a retelling of Snow White. So, yeah. Yeah. And I went into this book with such, like, not high expectations, but, like, you know, medium expectations. Oh, it's Snow White, it's a class. You know, and because I like fairy tales. Everybody likes fairy tales. Everybody must like fairy tales because that's like the basis of what we're raised on. You know what I'm saying? You must. That alone, I'm like, okay, cool. But I love when you take a fairy tale and you retell it, you twist it, you make it interesting. So I know that's not where this was going. I knew it was going to be sweet and mushy and romantic, and I am all for that. I love it. But as soon as I started reading this book, I realized this is not my type of book. While this book would be great as a movie, I would watch it over and over. Like this one right here, Geek Charming, excellent movie. I haven't read the book yet, but I love the movie. So I'm assuming it would be the same for this. If this was a movie, I would be 100% for it. But as a book, it was a little hard for me to get into because I'm more into the supernatural, fantasy type stuff. It's gotta have something going for it other than just a romance. It's gotta have like action. It's gotta have something, you know. So this was a little bit more. But as a movie, if it was a movie, it would be like an amazing rom-com, I think. So the plot. How would I rate the plot? The plot, I would say, is the idea, the whole thing. I liked it. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7. Because it's a good idea, you know what I'm saying? But as I said before, this is not something I would typically read, and it's something that I would probably prefer as a movie, so 7. That's fair. It's good, but not like my favorite. And I feel bad giving anything like a 6 because that's like a 60 and that's like a D, so a C is fair. But let's get into more of it. Okay? Let's get into our second category, which is characters. So our first character is our lovable, geeky main character, Simone Walker. Simone Walker is very, I think, closed off from the world. She has developed this second skin, if we will. So she's gotten so used to being the weird fat girl that she doesn't want to be anything else. Like, she has become this persona that people have developed for her. She has made her, they see her as invisible, she has made herself invisible. She is not letting anybody in, and she is keeping to herself. She wears these baggy clothes. Actually, I don't know what she wears. Yeah, she wears stuff that doesn't get her noticed. She just keeps to herself. She's a very closed off person. So when she starts to lose that weight, she starts to look better. She's like, I don't know about this, because she starts to feel vulnerable. You know, she's starting to feel noticed, and she's not used to that. She likes being invisible because that is the lifestyle that she has been accustomed to. She's become used to being the weird fat girl, so she wants to say that. She has a hard time letting it go, but by the end, she's a very sassy, witty character who has started to let her walls down. Okay, so our next character is Nicola. And Nicola is Simone's best friend. She is probably Simone's polar opposite, if I had to say. At a certain level, I think they both are the same things. But then Nicola is trying to push Simone out there more. She's like, you got to interact with people. You got to be dating boys. Nicola, I think, is boy crazy. But that's not, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like she's boy crazy, but there's really one boy she's actually really crazy about, which we'll get to in a second. And, I also wrote down she's British, because I keep forgetting, like, when I'm reading that she's British, and then, like, they'll say something, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Duh. But, yeah, she's a very eccentric character. She's always doing her hair different, styles, colors, and it's just very interesting. Okay. So, our next character is Max. And this Nicola has a big crush on Max. But anyway, so Max is Simone's older brother. Max is in college now. He always sees the best in everything. He's, like they say in the book, he's the he's the glass half full type of person. He sees the best in life. He looks for the best in people. He's just a very spirited person. Which, if you don't know, Max is happy from the 7 Dwarfs. Okay, so we have Max, who's one of the 7 Dwarfs, right? And so now I'm going to list off the other 6 roommates, okay? And then I'm going to say who they are as well. Okay, so there's Narco, who is sleepy, and then there's Noob, who is dopey, and then there's Doc, who is Doc. And then there's Weezer, who is sneezy. Then there's Thor, who is grumpy. And then there's Blush, who is bashful. Yeah. I had to write them all down because there was no way I was going to remember all that. But yeah, they're all very different characters, but they all get along very well, and they're all there for Simone, and they're very sweet people. Even Grumpy, he is very, well, let me tell you. He's not like grumpy. He's got like his own mindset about the world, you know. I know, I find him very interesting. Out of all the 7, I think he'd probably be my favorite. Or Noob. Noob is funny. Okay, so our next character, or characters, because there is a bunch of characters, but I'm gonna group them as one again. It's the Zumba ladies. I can't remember all their names. I know there's Cookie. Cookie's important. Then there's Cheryl. She's also important. And then there's Gwen. There's Marcia. And I think there's somebody named Beth. Yeah, I think there's somebody named Beth. But I'm categorizing, putting all these Zumba ladies all into like one category as like one character, because I mean they're all different. They all have like different personalities, but they're all there in the same way. For Simone, they're like like a second mother to her, because she doesn't have her own mother, but they're all there for her, like, in a motherly way, and it's very sweet to see. Okay. Oh, the next person we're going to talk about is Jason, who is actually Cheryl's son. Jason is a very, I don't want to say stereotypical popular boy, but he kind of is. I mean, he has good looks, you know, and then he's also into just very generic things. He seems to be the Prince Charming of this story. He seems to be the one for Simone. He seems to be into Simone. Why do I keep saying seems to be? I don't know. Okay, next character. Our next character is Dad. Her dad. I don't know what his real name is. I just know Dad. He works as a writer, I think, for some sitcom about a dog in a human's body. But he's not very attentive. And it's not just because he's a writer. It's because of his girlfriend, okay? His girlfriend is taking away his time with his daughter. His girlfriend is very mean. I wrote down for Dad, I wrote, there but not present. Care more about Hillary or his job. Which is very true, okay? And it's not like Hillary straight like manipulates this guy, okay? And I don't want to say it's just Hillary's fault, because this dad is letting it happen. He is just standing idly by. I mean, he's on his phone sometimes, but still, I mean, you should be more attentive to what's happening to your daughter. Okay, which brings us to our next character, which is Hillary. She is evil. She is wicked. She is not nice. She is out to get Simone, okay? Yeah. She's very passive-aggressive to Simone, and I think this starts to build up in the book, like, gradually, because there is just some things she says to Simone that can be taken a certain way, but then when she keeps saying these certain things, you're like, oh, she's really not being nice. I don't know. But then as the book progresses, not only is she saying these things, but then she straight up, like, is trying to injure or kill Simone. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot. I wrote down, dating an older man. She is not the same age, okay, as the dad. She is, like, 27, okay? And the dad is, like, I don't know how old, but he is definitely probably in his 40s. And so she is just after his money, I tell you, okay? She a gold digger, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's definitely a gold digger, because she is dating this guy that's way older than her. Characters. What am I gonna rate that on a scale of 1 to 10? We gotta take all the characters and, you know, we gotta mush them together. We gotta mush them, we gotta make them good, and we gotta think about it. No. Okay, so we gotta take all the characters and we gotta think about it. How do we feel about all these characters working together, working against each other? How did we feel about these characters in this book? So, what am I gonna rate? So what am I going to rate the characters? I am going to rate these characters. I'm going to rate the characters maybe like an 8.5. Maybe even 9. No, like an 8.5 is fine for me. I want to rate these characters an 8.5. I'm going to rate these characters an 8.5. You can't change my mind. That's what it is. It's just they were well done. Most of them were well done, and some of them didn't go where I wanted them to go. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, now we come to our third part, which is resolution. Why did I sound so upset when I said that? I was like, resolution. And this is also probably where we're going to talk about some spoilers, because we're going to talk about the end of the book, so if you don't want to know, then just go to the end, I guess. But the end of the book is a very strange ending to me. I'm not the biggest fan of this ending. It was strange to me because I thought one thing was happening at a certain point at the end of the book, and then something else happened, and it was fine, but then Hillary got sent to jail, which, you know, makes sense, but, like, the proof, I felt like the evidence, I don't know, I felt like that would have been questioned more. I don't know if that was concrete enough for the police, I don't know. But, here's what it is. And the other thing I did not like was the fact that her story got turned into a movie. What is that? What even is that? I mean, it's like, oh, this whole thing went viral because my soon-to-be stepmother tried to kill me, and then it took off. It was in the news. It was everywhere, and then people wanted to make it into a movie. No, that's not. I am sorry. What? No, I didn't like that. I'm gonna go on a rant about that. I could rant about that for days. I mean, there are things based off true stories, but there are other things to it besides the fact that your stepmother tried to kill you and you evaded it because you faked eating the cake. I don't know. What is there to that? You didn't do anything. You just faked eating a cake. And then you showed the police that you were recording the whole thing. Wouldn't they have questioned that? Like, why were you recording this if you thought that she was going to kill you? Like, they would have questioned that, I swear. But then, instead of, it got turned into a movie. What? I don't think that's okay. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that turn of events, like, where it's like, oh, my story got turned into a movie. No. No, 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 no. No. Mm-mm. Because in order for there to be, like, a movie based on, like, a real life story, there has to be depth. There has to be tragic things happening. There has to be people who inspirational things. I don't know. There's just more to it than just, I faked eating a cake and then I told the police that my soon-to-be stepmother was trying to kill me with it. And also, another thing I don't like is who she ends up with. You would think, okay, the way this book was going, the way that this is supposed to be a modern retelling of Snow White, you think that she's supposed to end up with Prince Charming, but no, not according to Robin Palmer or whatever. No. She's supposed to end up with one of the 7 dwarfs, apparently. Apparently that is how Snow White works. I don't know about you, but I've seen Snow White, and Snow White doesn't end up with Bashful, okay? She ends up with Prince Charming, okay? She dies, okay? And then he kisses her, and then she wakes up, and they live happily ever after, okay? She ain't living happily ever after with somebody named Bashful. That ain't happening. No. Now, I'm not saying that I wanted her with Jason, okay? Not after what the author did to him, but was I expecting this to be like Snow White? Yes. And in Snow White, does she end up with Prince Charming? Yes. So was I expecting that to happen in this book? Yes. But did that happen? No. Am I upset about it? Yeah. But let's talk about something happier, something I did like at the end of the book. The father broke up with Hillary, thank goodness, and Hillary went to jail, thank goodness. But the father got a new girlfriend and was more attentive to his child. Oh, I'm gonna go on another rant here. Why does the father need a new girlfriend, okay? Like, let him have some time with his child, okay? Why does he need a new girlfriend? He doesn't need a girlfriend. He just needs some time with his child. Give him some time with his child before he finds a girlfriend. Or maybe some time has passed. I don't know. Let me give the author the benefit of the doubt, and let's pretend some time has passed. And he spent some time with his daughter, and now he has a new girlfriend. And his girlfriend, let me tell you, is a very caring individual. Nothing like Hillary. Oh, and then there's another thing I like. Nicola had a crush on Max, and then by the end, it seemed like they were kind of like gonna get together. So that was nice as well. Okay, now the rating of the resolution. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm leaning more this way. No, I would probably rate the ending like a... For the ending of this book, I would probably rate it about a... Oh, I hate to do this. Maybe like a 4 out of 10. Maybe a 5. Maybe. I'll give it a 4.5. Because there were some things I liked, but there were also things I really didn't like. And I feel like the things I didn't like about this ending really overruled the things I did like. You know? Like the whole Bashful thing. It was actually Blush. But did not like that she ended up with one of the dwarves. Okay? Not okay with that. But, you know, it's what it is. So this book, it's actually pretty okay, you know. I feel like if I say this, nobody's gonna believe me, but I really was not that upset by this book, okay? There are some books that I've read and been upset about, but this isn't one of them, okay? This one was standalone to me, kind of, and what happened. It didn't affect me so much because it was just one book. I wasn't that invested in it. I didn't spend that much time on it. So when it didn't turn out like how I wanted it to turn out, I wasn't that upset. And I wasn't really that invested in it in anyways because, like I said before, not my kind of book. But if it was a movie, it would be pretty good. No, except for the fact, if I were to make this into a movie, I would literally change everything about Jason's character. Make him a nice guy, have her end up with Jason, and then Blush would just be Blush. He would not even be romantic interest. Sorry, guys. That's just my opinion. What did we think of the whole book on a scale of 1 to 10? The whole book on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say probably where I put the plot, a 7. That's where it rounds out to me. You know? Maybe a 7.5. I don't know. That feels a little generous to me, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And also, I'm not going to do these book reviews so often, but if there's a book that you do want me to review, comment down below and I just might do it. Alright, thanks for watching, and like I've said before, these are just my personal opinions. If you disagree, please let me know down in the comments, or if you do agree, that would be so cool. Like, I would love to know if somebody else hated her ending it with Blush. I just want to know. But I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!